Hi, Miss Marin here. We're going to talk about writing equations of a line and kind of understanding what that actually means. So make sure you have a note page or have something to write down the information that we need to know. All right, so this is what your note page should look like. And let's first write in our I can statement. I can write an equation of a line. And so what we want to do is we want to kind of talk about equations. The way that we look at an equation, the equation is y equals mx plus b. This is what is called slope-intercept form. And so we're going to actually be finding different pieces of this and filling it in today. And so just so you know that m is considered our slope. We've talked about this before. And y is considered the b is considered the y-intercept, or where the line crosses the y-axis. So make sure you have that definition kind of in that area. And so if we read the next piece, this is our notes. So this is how we actually do it. So we want to write an equation. We want to use slope-intercept form, the y equals mx plus b. And what we're going to do is, number one, when given a graph, find the slope using points as far as possible. And so, or we can also do the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So kind of like how we did yesterday, we can either draw a slope triangle, or we can actually go ahead and use this formula that we understood a couple of days ago as far as finding the slope itself. Next, we want to find the y-intercept by finding where the line crosses the y-axis. I'm going to highlight that just to kind of remind myself, hey, this is looking for, and I'm going to put it in yellow, so y-intercept crosses the y-axis. And then after that, what we want to go ahead and do is we want to write the equation, putting the slope in the number where the m is. But let's highlight that too. So slope, highlight, not erase. There we go, is m. Y-intercept is b. So just like we kind of explained here, we want to find our slope, we want to find our y-intercept and put it into the equation. Just remember a vertical line, so that's a line that goes up and down, has an x equals a number, and a horizontal line has an equation of y equals a number. And we'll kind of talk about that today a little bit further. So let's look at example number one. Example number one, it says write the equation for the graph. And example number one has the picture and also the equation and different things to go ahead and put in there. But we're going to go ahead and do this together. And so first of all, I want to go ahead and I want to find my slope. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pick 2 points on this graph, just like we've been doing before. And I'm going to go ahead and draw a right triangle. And I'm going to find my vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4. My horizontal, 1, 2. So then my slope, let me write it this way. Let's write it as slope. Is 4 over 2, and we're going to reduce that down, and it's going to be 2 or 2 over 1. And remember, slope is also known as m. Then we want to go ahead and we want to find the y-intercept. Y-intercept is this guy down here. This is where the line crosses the y-axis. Remember that the y-axis is this guy here, right? So where does the line cross that y-axis? It's at -6. And so our y-intercept, our b, is -6. So down here on the bottom it says slope is 2. The line crosses the y-axis at -6. So we're going to put it into our y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to put my slope, 2 over 1, in for the m, my -6 in for the b, and then we get to this equation down here. So y equals 2 or 2 over 1x minus or plus a -6. You can write it as plus a -6, or it's also known as -6. So let's go ahead and look at example number 2. So same kind of thing. I want to go ahead and I want to plot 2 points on my line to find my slope. Here are my 2 I'm going to draw my right triangle just like we've done before. 1, 2, 3. So my vertical is 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. My horizontal is 5. So my slope, or m, is going to be 3 over 5. But remember how this line goes down the hill? So it's going to be a negative slope. And then I want to find my y-intercept. My y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. That is this person here. So that's 1, 2, 3. So my y-intercept is 3. And then if I put it together, it should be y equals negative 3 over 5x and then positive 3. So notice how this is our answer with getting the information from the graph itself. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do number 3. And to kind of help us out, we are looking at this line here. It doesn't show up really well. So this is the line that we're going to look for. First, I need to find my slope. So anybody remember what our slope is? So remember, this is me sitting on my sled outside my house. And do I go any distance sitting like this? I don't. So my slope is going to be 0. And then next, I need my y-intercept. Where does the red line cross the y-axis? That is this person up here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then again, we're going to put it into y equals mx plus b. So it's going to be y equals 0x plus, you know what, I'm going to actually put that all in green. So we have y equals 0x plus, and then what's my y-intercept? 5. Now, mathematicians, for homework today, we're going to put it in this way. But mathematicians do not like to write down zeros or ones. So mathematicians are actually going to write this one as y equals 5. And this is a line crossing at the 5 on the y-axis with a slope of 0. All right, let's try number 4. Number 4 is a little bit different. This is an up and down or vertical. And notice how this line does not cross the y-axis. It doesn't touch the y-axis. It doesn't talk about the y-axis. So we're not going to have a y equals mx plus b equation at all. The reason why is because this line doesn't do anything with the y-axis. This is actually a special case. So this actually is going to have it as x equals. And what we're looking at is, where does this line cross the x-axis? Well, it crosses the x-axis at negative 3. So this equation is x equals negative 3. All right, let's go ahead and look at example number 5. So right now you're going to go ahead and try it yourself. So remember that we want to go ahead and fill in y equals mx plus b, and that's our equation. So I need you to find your slope and your y-intercept, and let's start with number 5. All right, so number 5, let's find our slope. Let's pick 2 points on this line. Draw a right triangle. So my vertical is 2. Horizontal is 1, 2, 3. So my slope is 2 over 3. Where does this line cross the y-axis? It crosses it here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my equation is y equals 2 over 3 x plus a negative 5. And this, the slope is positive because it's going up the hill. So that's why we have it as a positive. And then, I'm kind of bouncing around. But notice, again, mathematicians really do like to write this equation as y equals 2 over 3x minus 5. Both of these equations are correct. The one on the bottom is how you're going to see it normally at how mathematicians write it. But the one on the top is how we're going to actually do our homework for today. So both of these are correct. Just kind of make sure you understand that plus a negative is the same as a minus. All right, so let's go look at example number 6. So example number 6, go ahead and find your slope and your y-intercept, and then find your equation. All right, let's go ahead and find this. I'm going to pick 2 points on this graph. So I'm going to pick this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. So vertical is 8. Horizontal is 2, and it's This is a positive slope because it's going up the hill. And then let's reduce that down. Let's put it in our calculator. It is going to be 4, but I want you to write it as a fraction, or 4 over 1. Okay. Where does this line cross the y-axis? That's way down here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our y-intercept is -7 on the y-axis. Let's go ahead and put this together. Let's do it in black. So y equals 4. So yeah, I'm going to put the different colors in there. So we have 4 over 1x plus, and then we have -7. And again, mathematicians will write it as 4. Y equals 4 over 1x minus 7. Great. All right, here is 7 and 8. Go ahead, try, find the equation for number 7. All right, so the equation for number 7, let's find our slope. So I'm going to pick this point and this point. Now, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and we need to look at our scale. So notice how this starts with 20 and goes all the way up to 50. So it goes from 20 to 50. So notice how these are like 5, 10, 15, 20. And then we're going to count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So this vertical length is actually 30. So it's not how many steps are there, it's 30 because of the scale that we have on there. Now let's look at the scale at the bottom. So that's 1, 2, 3. So this is normal numbers counting up by ones. So our slope is going to be 30 over 3. Let's reduce that down. So it's going to be 10 or 10 over 1. And then where does this line cross the y-axis? That's at 10. Let's go ahead and let's put it all together. So we have y equals 10 over 1x plus 10. So this is our equation for example number 7. Let's go ahead and let's find the equation for example number 8. So go ahead and pause, try that, and then come back to me. All right, so let's go ahead, let's find our slope. Let's go ahead and pick 2 points on this grid, on the graph, just like we've been doing. So here's my right triangle. Again, we need to go ahead and we need to look at the scale. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So they go up by 2s. So it goes from 18 all the way up to, let's see, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 20. Oh, that's 28. So we go from 18 to 28. So our vertical distance is not 5, it's actually 10 because it goes up by 2s. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's look at the scale on the bottom. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is actually going up just by 1 step. So it's 1, 2. So then our slope is 10 over 2. Let's reduce that down to 5 or 5 over 1. And then where does the line cross the y-axis? That is at 8. Let's go ahead and let's put it together. So y equals 5 over 1x plus 8. So this is our equation for example number 8. All right, let's try example number 9. What would be that equation? Make sure you look at your scale. So go ahead and pause this, find the equation, and then come back to me. All right, let's go ahead and let's find our slope. So we're going to start here, and we're going to go up to here. So here is our right triangle. Notice how our scale is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So these are all going up by 10. So there's 1, 2, 3. It is 3 steps, but that is actually 30 because each step is by 10. Let's look at the bottom. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are all done by 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go ahead and we want to find our slope. And our slope is going to be 30 over 4. And we want to reduce this down. We can put it in our calculator. It is going to make a mixed fraction. But I know that I can take a 2 out of both of these. So 30 divided by 2 is 15. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So my slope is actually 15 over 2. So let's go ahead and let's find the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. And now remember, this is going up by 10. So 10, 20, that is actually 30. So our y-intercept is 30. So let's put it all together. As far as the equation, we have y equals 15 over 2. Yes, I want it as an improper fraction, not a mixed, with the x, and then plus our y-intercept, which is 30. So this is our equation, y equals 15 over 2x plus 30. All right, let's go ahead and try example number 10. And so go ahead and find the equation and then come back to me. All right, so let's go ahead and let's find our slope first. I'm going to pick this point and this point. Okay, and so I want to go ahead and let's find our slope. So again, we need to look at our scale. Notice how this goes 5, 10, 15, 20. So every step is 5. So yes, there are 3 steps, but every step is 5. So it's 5, 10, 15. So our vertical is 15. And then let's look at the scale on the bottom. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that is done by 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my slope is going to be 15 vertical over horizontal 5. And let's go ahead and reduce that down to 5. And yes, I want to write it as a fraction because slopes are fractions for us right now. So it's going to be 5 over 1. Let's go ahead. Oh, and you know what? Is this line, is it going up the hill or down the hill? It's going down the hill, right? So if I'm standing up here, I am walking down the hill. So that means we're going to have it as a negative 5 over 1. And then next we need to find our y-intercept. Our y-intercept is this number way up here. That is 70 because again, every step is 5. So our y-intercept is 70. So let's put it together. So we're going to have y equals, our slope is negative 5 over 1x plus, and then our y-intercept, which is 70. So this equation is y equals negative 5 over 1x plus 70. So this is what we're doing today. We're solving, we're writing equations. Remember, we're doing y equals mx plus b, where y is the m, b is the y-intercept, where the line crosses the y-axis. And then, so we do have an equation. We do have a worksheet, writing equations, and it does go into Canvas. So thanks, bye, have a good day.